we're working with food and knives, our knives need to be very sharp. When they're new, they have a sharp edge, but this wears down quickly when we're cutting on the cutting boards and cutting food. So this sharp edge will become dull and blunt, and we need to resharpen that knife. To do that, we need a stone, and the stone is designed to sharpen the knife, and you'll see it has two sides to it, a coarse side and a smooth side. The coarse side for your very blunt knives, and it will sharpen the knife fairly quickly. The smooth side is designed to make the cutting edge smooth, and then we can finish the knife, hone the knife on the steel. To use the sharpening stone, we need a little bit of lubrication on there, and I find that some water and a little bit of soap is the best. It keeps the stone clean and gives you the lubrication, the slip you need to sharpen your knife. To sharpen our knife on the stone, we need to take the knife from one end of the stone through to the other end of the stone, so that over time we'll wear the stone down and it will wear evenly. We need to run the knife from the tip, from one end of the knife through to the other end, to the heel, so that we sharpen the knife evenly from one end to the other. And we need to do both sides of the knife so that the knife is evenly sharpened on both sides. Now, the angle of the beveled edge on the knife should be about 20 degrees, so if you sit your knife on the stone and just place a finger underneath, you find that's about the right angle, and then we need to maintain that angle from the tip right through to the heel, and on the other side from the tip right through to the heel, so that we have the same angle all the way along the cutting edge. Now, when we're sharpening the knife, we need to sharpen the knife an equal number of times on each side. So if you do it 10 times on one side and then 10 times on the other side, it's going to give you an equal beveled edge on both sides. Now, make sure you work from the tip of the knife to the heel, and the knife is always dragged away from the cutting edge. Never push the cutting edge into the stone, always have the cutting edge trailing behind the knife so that we can sharpen the edge and keep it nice and smooth. When the knife is sharpened, if you're using the coarse side, you can turn the stone over. Once you can feel that sharp edge coming through on the knife, use the smooth side of the stone to finish the process and make a nice smooth cutting edge on the knives. Now, when you're moving your knife across the stone, your body will need to move so that the knife stays on the same angle all the way. So move your feet, move your hips, and the knife will always be at the right angle. Once the knife has got a nice sharp edge and you can feel that with your finger, then we can finish the sharpening process off with the steel, and the steel is used to hone the edge of the knife, to realign the edge once it is sharp. When we're honing the knife on the steel, we need to go from the heel of the knife at the tip of the steel down to the tip of the knife at the base of the steel, and we need to do both sides equally. So it's a movement of running cutting edge across the steel, and the angle is again the 20 degrees that we had the knife on the stone. And this should just need a few wipes over the steel to remove any fine burrs. The movement of the knife down the steel is a wrist movement, not the whole arm, so that the knife is moved down across the steel. And even a long knife like this can be run full length of the knife along that steel. The steel has a safety guard here, so that if I do go too far, I'm not going to hit my thumb or cut my hand. When the knife has been sharpened correctly, it should slice through the tomato and the skin on the tomato very easily. This is something, if your knife is blunt, you'll find it very difficult to slice through a tomato skin.